Hey everyone, Wanderbot here, and welcome to the Artful Escape. It is one of those games that wasn't really on my radar. I didn't know anything about it until they had a trailer. I think it was at was it at E3? I don't know. It was in one of those showcases, and then it just absolutely exploded onto the scene with a really over-the-top and kind of ridiculous trailer that I guess if any of you guys have recently played Psychonauts, I would actually say this is kind of like if you took the Psy Kings level and really turned it into a kind of its own game, and then above and beyond that. It is a feast for the senses. It is absolutely gorgeous, and it's also very... Unfortunately, I'm not a big fan of this era of music for the most part, so this is going to be kind of weird for me. This is like, I guess to put it simply, I have no connection to this genre of music or even, you know, any of these things. I listen to video game music and that's it. And my exposure to country, rock, everything in between, I just absolutely not my thing. And so this is going to be weird for me, but cool. Because why not? I'm open to new experiences. I want to try new things. I really love how colorful and bright and cheery this all looks, and like those are some pretty burbs. Is this supposed to be the main character singing? So I know this game is at least partly, mostly slice of life, but not quite. I know it gets really psychedelic. I'm assuming most of it is just allegorical and kind of like an interactive music video more than anything else. It's from a folk ballad about the toil of a miner's life. Hold X. Play a folk anthem about the green acreage of Calypso, Colorado. Hold X. To shred a sci-fi guitar odyssey, hold X. Alright, I like that introduction. Maybe this is more of my kind of music. Maybe. Gosh, I would love to live in a place like this, where you really can just see the wide open valley and mountains around you, and like clouds around your city or town.
Your look doesn't match your sound.
Excuse me?
You dress like a drifter, but you sound like a space opera. Complete tonal disconnect. Gives me anxiety.
Oh, sorry. That was... I'm usually much more serious. I play folk music.
You look like you do.
I mean, I'm trying to write for this show. My first show.
Uh-huh.
But after a while, it feels like I'm strumming backwards. And my mind wanders away.
Where to?
Oh, I like this guy. Mid-nebulous, suspended in a sunbeam, the unfathomable depths of space, planets without names. I like the top one, though.
Mid-nebula. Suspended in a sunbeam.
You seem a little lost, kid. Which is good.
I love her outfit. It looks like she robbed a warlock from Destiny and then just kept its coat.
I find lost young men are in the business of irrational and dangerous decisions. Wouldn't you agree?
I'm the danger diabolic. I love these options.
I'm the danger diabolic.
Excellent. I need you to accompany me to the summit on Leaf Road Ridge. I'm going to commit a crime.
Okay, I'll do it.
I knew you would.
Alright, I'm getting some
Dope.
serious night in the woods from this. Like, the crushing existential dread of living in a small mining town, like that's very much something that Night in the Woods pushed pretty hard. This one seems like it might have a bit more of a hopeful tone. Oh, I can frolic. Now, obviously, this lets me move. I'm a little slower if I'm frolicking, but let's be honest here. Frolic when you can.
Summit. Kids come here to hang out. At least they used to. A lot of folks moving on from Calypso.
Yep. And the same thing. I think about this often, the idea of, like, small towns in the world. And that, you know, it feels like cities have this gravity, and I think they always have. Okay, that was sick. I didn't realize we could turbo slide. But, you know, I've lived in a couple of small towns, but for the most part, they're usually either very small and very remote, like up the mountains. It wasn't even really a small town. I don't really know what Los Alamos counts as. We didn't even have a Target, but at the same time, like, it wasn't a very small place either. Gosh. Like I said, this game is a feast for the senses? For the eyes? Like, look at this. I would love to live in a place that gets these kind of views on the regular. But, you know, that even for me, who isn't really much of a city guy, there's always been that gravity towards cities. You know, that's where everybody else is. That's where the culture is. That's where the food is. Johnson Vendetti's nephew.
Where did this come from?
After party. For your show. Rami's gonna move the crowd up here after the liquor license scratches. The skiffle band is playing.
They really love skiffle. Good for them.
What is skiffle?
Plug into the amp on stage. I'll patch you in.
Is this your stuff?
Of course not.
Oh.
But at the same time, some part of me really would love to live in a more remote community with views like this. Just less people.
Stop. No Johnson Vendetti clone folk. Play the stuff from the Lookout.
Oh, no. Seriously, that's nonsense.
Hey, when it comes to nonsense, I'm one of the greats. Play. No, not that one. Play again. That's worse than the first one. Bonanza. That's it.
What are you taking?
Nothing. Valves. Later.
Wait, is this Rami's stuff? You're stealing valves from Rami?
Yeah, so?
He killed a man in Boulder. Everyone says so.
Punched him in the neck. I know.
I'm Francis. Francis Vendetti.
I know who you are, kid. I saw the flyers. There's a very tiny picture of you on it.
I never signed off on the flyers.
You ever made it to the top?
Been too scared to try.
Holy shit, that is a beautifully painted tree. This whole game is beautifully made. Go figure, though, it's an Annapurna game. Like, all Annapurna games are exactly like this. Well, not all of them, but just a ridiculous quantity of them.
Whoa. It's beautiful.
Yeah, you could really kill yourself from up here. You shred pretty well for a folk singer.
I know.
So you're standing in the shadows of Johnson Vendetti, huh?
He's my uncle.
That must suck.
It ain't so bad. It's just that I guess folks think they know who I am. Where I should be going.
Have you considered becoming someone else entirely?
How do you mean?
Might tell you about it someday. I gotta scram. Stay weird, kid.
Hey, will I see you around town?
You know Lightman's in Calypso?
In Calypso? There's no such place.
Maybe you're not looking hard enough.
Someone else entirely.
Gosh, the blend between 2D and 3D
Rami
is
finds
so
out I was up
seamless.
here when his gear got stolen. Well, I'd rather not think about it. I'm gonna book it back to town and forget the whole thing.
It's not that small of a picture. Oh, I see. Johnson Vendetti is the big one. Francis Vendetti is the smaller one. It kind of makes sense, but it is tragic.
In the back of your mind. It's soft just like a hummingbird when
Terrified
she
of finding out that this whole
touches the
soundtrack is
sky.
copyrighted.
And you've got nowhere, and you don't know
It'd be
just
so cool to
why.
live in a place like
You're
this.
the
I love the idea of
child
cable
of the
cars
river
being like one of the primary ways to even get around.
Sweet rosy pines, lost in your winter night.
But I also realize I probably wouldn't jive with a lot of the culture in one of these places.
Where the banks of the rivers are lined in gold.
Like, unfortunately, the cultural isolation and the much smaller pool of people often leads to some kind of weird ill opinions and behaviors. And so that's something I'm always kind of iffy on. Looks like this is set in like the 70s or 80s, judging by everybody's outfits and styles. I love how every single person is wearing glasses. Every single person.
Francis, you little bastard. Come to me, my love.
Ugh.
Goldie! You lucid?
Oh, perhaps a bit. I have a ticket to your recital.
It's got a lot of new material. Probably an album's worth.
I think when you're beneath those lights, I might catch a glimpse of my old friend.
Oh, Goldie, I don't think...
You look like him, you know. Your uncle.
I know, Goldie. I really do.
Yeah, so unfortunately, this town's like central. Holy shit, this is a beautiful town, by the way. But this town's central claim to fame truly is just him. Look at all these, you know, advertisements, more or less just being like, hey, remember Vendetti? We're where Vendetti's from. I've seen a couple of towns like this where it's just like, yeah, they had nothing. I mean, I went to college in a city kind of like that, where it's like, hey, remember Kodak? This is where Kodak was when Kodak was a thing. And then it's just like, but it hasn't really been a thing for a very long time, and they keep making just horrible business decisions. Recently, I think some of their executives did like a weird business fraud deal that was like not good. It's like, yeah, that's just not great for the sole industry that keeps the city alive.
I think this place used to be a watchmaker. Undeniably haunted. Possible hub of underage drinking.
But yeah, I love the idea of cities with these beautiful vines and just nature. Just driving around today, we had to go to the post office, and everything's just so dead around here. And admittedly, I live in the Pacific Northwest. Things get pretty dry over the summer, especially this summer. But I want to live in a place that is lush and a little overgrown.
Ah, yeah. Man of the hour.
Hey, Tao.
Yo, I've never seen so many people in town.
Yeah, it's horrible.
You listen to that record?
Yeah. I kinda loved it, actually.
Now that surprises me. What with you being a serious folk musician?
Yeah, can't be serious lately. Keep spacing out.
You gotta let it happen, man. Play blues, play funk, blow minds.
Yeah, sure. See what I can do. You ever heard of Lightman's?
Junk sci-fi movie.
It's not a movie, it's a place.
It ain't in this dead end.
I'll catch you later, Tao.
Wow. This is an absolutely gorgeous town.
Calypso is usually much quieter. Gets quieter each summer, the old folks say. People are here for the anniversary of my uncle's album, Pines. It's kind of like a festival. Everyone's pretty excited.
Oh, it's sold out. Uh-oh.
The Johnson Vendetti Festival ends tomorrow night. Finale is at the Salty Seagull, where Johnson Vendetti's nephew will take the stage for the first time. That's me.
And he is going to
You
go...
avoiding me, son?
No, Rami, no. I find you very intimidating.
What am I doing, Francis?
You... I have no idea.
I'm smiling.
That's it.
And when I'm smiling, you know I don't mean nothing shady or untoward. Despite the gravity of the words I might be speaking.
Right.
We got a full house tomorrow night. My face is friggin' hurting. I'm smiling so much when I say you will play songs exclusively from the personal repertoire of your uncle. Or you will misplace teeth.
Well then, I suppose we have an accord.
And make sure you show your face at the after party, huh?
Wow.
Cafe cliche. Their pastries are in the shape of a villain's gnarled grin.
Huh. Funicular. Funicular. Yes. Yes. I love funiculars. That's all there is to say about them. Hello.
Hey, you're Johnson Vendetti's kid.
Nephew.
Sure, whatever. Saw the flyers for his show, man. Probably won't check it out, though.
Okay, whatever.
Don't mean nothing nasty, honestly. I'm sure you're a good kid. But you've got no chance.
Of what?
Johnson Vendetti was a folk mastermind. Once in a generation. And genius ain't hereditary, kid.
Well, always nice to get the thoughts of an industry heavyweight. Cassandra, you're leaving? What happened?
intrigue, laser lights, shops disappearing in the night. I won't put up with it.
Who's got lasers?
Don't mind all that. I'm leaving. Aren't you sad?
Cassandra, I'm devastated. You're just the only shop I bother to steal from.
Lies, lies. You can come visit me down the road in Donnybrook. Here, choose a book. From me to you. Sci-fi dribble. Just how you dig it.
Oh. Okay. Morbid psychedelia. A scientist poisons his town's water supply to appear to them as an alien being. Wings of Orion. A king disguises himself as a piece of overcast sky. Or Velochrome. Using an illegal avatar, a mutant rises through the aristocracy of a cyber city. Cyber city. Ooh.
Whoa.
Well, aren't you gonna thank me?
Sorry. I think I was having an epiphany.
Well, savor it, my friend. What I wouldn't give for a good epiphany.
Hey, you ever heard of a place called Lightman's?
Francis, I don't think you want to be... Actually, no, never mind. I've never heard of it. Now run along, go practice. Get out of here. Go practice.
Gosh, can you imagine a view like that? I realize that this town cannot exist. That, you know, this would be way too expensive to maintain. They're funicular?
I never recognize anyone who eats here. Probably a hub for time travelers. Hello?
Francis Vendetti, the pleasure's all mine. Mayor Schwartz here.
Proceed?
How did you know?
I like to have my ear to the ground, my boy. Felt the vibrations. Ready for the big show?
Yeah, just rounding off the corners.
Excellent, excellent, really. The town's counting on you, son. What with businesses closing up, low voter morale, mayoral corruption.
Haven't you been the mayor for like 12 years?
And a series of unexplainable events that have no basis in fact whatsoever. You can put them right out of your head.
Unexplainable events?
I shouldn't speak about it over the phone. All I'm saying is this. Your show's important, Vendetti. There's a lot of folks out there counting on you.
Wow. Okay.
Don't cock it up.
Maybe not. Sounds like him. Aw. Cute. I have no idea. Is there a map? The chapter select. Calypso. Oh boy. This game is not short. But then again, a lot of it is just me wandering around at the moment. Just looking at things. Frankly, I'm not actually sure if we're going to get to the gameplay in this video, which is a bit unfortunate. I'm really digging the music in this game. Also, this kid can jump. Oh. Uh-oh. Hello? I've broken him. Uh-oh. I actually have broken him. I'm gonna just unplug my controller, maybe? Uh-oh. Nope. I apparently frolicked so hard, now he has a serious desire to escape. Well, it is called the Artful Escape after all. Yeah, no, I actually broke it. Oh, current progress will be lost. Well, it's not like there's anything I can do about it. Okay, now that I can move.
What
Hello.
did you come as?
Zombie Vendetti.
That is in poor taste.
Yep. Okay, not seeing much else here. Just gonna keep scooting around. I realize that, like, I really should probably skip ahead, but at the same time, there's just something absolutely gorgeous about every single square inch of this game, and I'd feel remiss to miss any of it.
Look who's come wandering by.
Hey, start blowing trumpets, lads. It's Francis Vendetti.
Fern, Lonnie, Angus.
Your show is sold out. You know that?
Yeah, I saw the posters.
There better be some skiffle in your show, Vendetti, for your sake. I'm just telling you, 'cause I'm your pal.
Skiffle? Like jazz with pots and pans?
Watch your mouth, Vendetti. The Beatles had skiffle roots. It's coming back in a big way.
Hotter than folk music, tell you that for free.
Is skiffle a real thing? Cat. Dog.
Hey, old fella.
I want more of these games to just have the dog just be like, sup, and then go back to sleep.
I love this place, but it's killing me. I have a dream where I swim up that waterfall.
Okay. Nope. Now I can run. I don't know. I'm really into just looking at this game. There's not a whole lot of games that I would consider walking simulators that I particularly enjoy. I'm not actually sure if this is a walking simulator. I really don't know really anything about it. But the number of walking simulators that I've played that are just absolutely boring to behold and explore. You know, it's like you kind of go in a line and there's some like allegorical background elements, but 99% of it looks like kind of spruced up Unity asset, you know, just asset store stuff, as opposed to like full custom, you know, hey, we put a tremendous amount of effort into making this game look good. I'm sure there are some. In fact, probably many walking simulators that are eye candy. But the only one I can think of is like the Outer Wilds, and I'm not even sure that counts.
Hey, Lucy!
I'm supposed to tell everyone we got Johnson Vendetti's 20th anniversary release of Pines in stock.
I've got a copy, Lucy.
The folk masterpiece. The voice of an American generation, or whatever. 12 million copies sold.
Okay, yeah. Lucy, you got any records by people pretending to be someone else?
I mean, sure. You got Captain Beefheart, legendary Stardust Cowboy. Oh, Hank Williams pretended to be a character called Luke the Drifter.
Hank Williams, really? Why would he do that?
Just say stuff he couldn't say as Hank Williams.
Whoa.
You okay?
Yeah, I keep spacing out. You ever heard of a place called Lightman's?
A place called Lightman's? No. You want me to check out back?
Nah, got a feeling you won't find it. You coming to the show?
I'll go to the show. I'm not going to the after party.
You don't like the skiffle band?
They're like Jimmy Page, started in skiffle.
Yeah, everyone loves Jimmy for his skiffle.
Exactly.
Thanks, Lucy.
I just want the show to actually go well for him.
My place, childhood home of Johnson Vendetti. It's a shrine and a tomb.
And gorgeous, but yeah, can you imagine having all of these people just hanging out outside your house at all times? I guess maybe it works if it's a small town, but I'd lose my mind having all these folks just hanging around outside. Like I am very aggressively like, please never try and find where I live.
Day? Was everyone excited to see you before the show?
Yeah. I'm really excited.
Buckaroo,
Huh?
You don't seem yourself.
Don't seem myself? I've decided to create the most elaborate stage persona the world has ever seen.
Okay. Will you be down for dinner? We're having enchiladas.
The boy you loved may already be gone.
That is aggressively dramatic. Also, is that Ron? No, not Ron Swanson. Oh,
That's my
shit.
dad and my uncle. They were really close, Mom says. From the beginning until the end. No one asks me about my dad much.
This is such a sad game. But at the same time, I don't know. I love it. I love... Years ago, back when I was in college, I decided to do an essay presentation on games as art, just because I figured, why the heck not? We were here, and I think I was doing an art history class, so figured, why not? And, like, back then, this is back when, you know, Mirror's Edge had just come out, I think. Maybe it was a little older. Maybe it was closer to, like, Mirror's Edge. No, I think it was Mirror's Edge. And Braid. Braid had just come out, and I was just so into Braid. And I think that's the first time I've ever really seen games directly as art. But I'm so glad that the indie industry has kind of backed all of that up and said, like, hey, what if games really were art? And I realize, I guess it's in the name. This game is The Artful Escape. But it's like, this really is a work of art. It bugs me a little bit that his feet are totally in line with each other. It's not how perspective works, but it's an interesting style choice. It works well for the two-dimensional movement that this game has.
Would people believe an alien could play music? Could the radio intercept intergalactic transmissions?
I mean, kind of. It's just, haven't gotten any major signals. Oh, shoot. I was gonna do one more thing. Oh, well.
We, mankind, are just 62 miles away from the infinite. On the far side of a thin film of atmosphere lies a tundra beyond the limits of human comprehension. The universe, in all its grandeur, its wonder and desolation, waits mere miles away. The stairway to the great cosmic symphony is at our feet.